this music roll. And mother be like, stop on the music. Go ahead and get your books right fast. I don't wanna see your favorite. Matter of fact, this music isn't gonna get you fat. You just gotta back up. And others like, stop whatever you doing. You ain't doing hip hop. Stop acting your girl. You ain't gonna open the same street. Matter of fact, you look like a one-hit wonder. But I be like red lights. Stop with the criticizing. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. So if you don't mind, I'ma do my thing. I'ma get my breath and I will never ever stop. Yeah. Fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, 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 the fast lane. And I'm screaming like, let's go. Go slow as God, so I'll be looking for something that you people don't even know. I'll be trying to fix it, get me, make it look like something that you never ever had before. Wait, do you understand me? I got fast sipping green lights to watch my music. It's kinda confusing how you feel me, cause I'm really feeling that too. And truth be told, I got a team behind me ready to pay the thing, give me everything. We got the pedal to the metal, and for sure it should be better, cause you know I'm headed for that. You better own up and I'm ready to get down and to get down. The best just isn't to give this everything that I have in fast lane. Looking like an office, cause you know I got the pedals and you know I gotta do my best. Fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, 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 the fast lane. You see, I'm spinning on that freedom, I will go high. See, I'm ready to do this and get this anyway. Cause the world to greatness is something that I'm on, and it's break on the stage, baby. I'm on one, and I won't play on the radio. But really, are you ready? You're doing your frequency, cause banging on your speakers, no fear in my speaker. Time back, I'm here. I may be on the same path as some of these actors, but I'm taking different steps. You can't even see me, cause I know what I got to do to get what I need. So I put in my work. Anyway, I'm cruising and I'm using everything that God gave me. I'll be using that rap instrument to get a speak mental. Pushing up this industry like a mental. Yeah. Fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast. Yeah.
Hamzamo family, welcome to the Black Coach Financial Expression right here on the Black Coach Financial. We trust that everyone is doing fantastic on yet another wonderful Wednesday, being on the 10th of March, the year 2021. Hamzamo. You know, there's some people who do say that if someone greets you for a second time, you should be wary of what they are saying. But nonetheless, what I'm saying is really that we are excited that to have you on the tuning in over the Black Coach Financial. It's actually our delight, and please let us know how you are doing, and wherever you might be tuning from, we want to welcome you to this particular episode of the Black Coach Financial. Today in studio with us, we do have some wonderful personalities or wonderful individuals. We shall be discussing music with us, as well as arts and fashion, music, and as well as matters right here on the Black Coach Financial. We have been banned a couple of times because of us speaking on different matters. Today we shall not be speaking on them. I promise you we shall not be speaking about what is happening with the vaccinations in Africa, because every other time we do that, it's labeled as misinformation. But nonetheless, we are happy to have you joining us on the show. My name is Spike, and on the Expression we discuss about arts, music, entertainment, and culture. And like we said, we do have some wonderful guests in the studio with us. I shall be introducing them to us. You can be able to ask your questions if you do have any, because when you do have people, they can be able to collaborate. Some of the matters that I do tell you, most of the time I'm normally myself and coming, but for today we do have some wonderful guests in the studio with us, and we are all about that fresh vibes and fresh music. And we did play you some music. It's called Tingisha Stakabadi, and that is a song by the one and only Frank Sucre. Frank Sucre happens to have rebranded into Frank Karuri, and we shall be discussing about that particular one very, very soon. But before then, we want to get back a little bit of the music, and when we do come back, we shall be telling you what's happening with the Nigerian music industry, and also we shall be letting you know what's happening in Africa as well, because we do believe that at some point you have to discuss matters as they are on the ground, and you have to tell us what is happening even with our own artists right here in the 254. My name is Spike, and I am happy to be with you right here on the show, and I do hope that you can be able to interact with us. You remember, you can hit us up on our social media. We are on Twitter, Black Coach Fire. We are also on Instagram, Black Coach Fire Network. We are also on Facebook, the 254 Express, or Black Coach Fire Network radio station. Whichever platform that you might use, we do welcome you, and we do hope that you get to enjoy a little bit of what you have right here in store for you on the Black Coach Fire Network. It's a little bit of some wonderful music, like I said earlier. We do have the one and only Wangeshi. The name of the song is Fast Lane, and this is the 254 Expression.
You gotta stop, drop, roll, so you roll, girl. So you got so much money giving, you got so much money that you don't wanna put your time on this music. And mother be like, stop all the music. Go ahead and get your books right back. I don't wanna see your face. Matter of fact, this music isn't gonna get you back. So just stop others like, stop whatever you doing. You wanna make it hot, stop acting hip, girl. You ain't gonna open this industry. Matter of fact, you look like a one-hit wonder. But I be like red lights, stop with the criticizing. I'm just trying to do the best that I can. So if you don't mind, I'ma do my thing. I'ma get my rep, and I will never ever stop. Fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, go. Don't change my direction. You see, I know where I'm going. I'm on the fast lane, 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 the fast lane. I'm serious, let's go slow as God slow. I've been looking for something that you people don't even know. I've been trying to fix and get me making it like something that you never ever had before. Wait, do you understand me? I can pass it between us towards my music. It's kind of amusing how the fact when you feel me, cause I'm getting really feeling that it's truth be told, I got to me how I'm ready to pay the thing. Give me everything. We got the better to the middle. If you sure should have made it, cause you know we had it all that. You had it all up, and I'm ready to get down and to get down. The best just is that you give boy next door when it slowly steal my heart away. Baby, by the way, I hear say you're looking for a sexy chick. The kind where they take away your feeling, yeah. The kind where they rub your belly all night long. Let me see it, let me see it.
On the down low, I've been loving every night of tango and this I'm a see what I Niko tayari, kupenda January, December overhead, and don't let me go. Baby, let's roll out. Wow, obsession is roll out. Take you somewhere high and give you roll out. I'm thinking you're Success is poisonous. So many people keep hating on us. Open your eyes to the backstabbers. Open your ears to the backbiters. So Jah guide us to the near matter. Tukachezo kwa matatu. Kona leo tunachoro kwa matatu. Damu jasho na machozi tumwanamu. Biza kiatu. I've been on the grind. So much to do, so little time. I'm only trying to get what's mine before we reach the finish line. I'm having a good time. Hope I get to see you again, but
Yes, we can't stop jamming to the one and only Saudi Soul. The name of the song is actually Rewind, featuring the one and only Karuri Zones. How are you doing this particular afternoon? We hope that you are in the world at 30 minutes past 4 p.m. in Nairobi. I would just like to know how is your weather, you know, in whatever place that you might be tuning in. And I would also like to know where are you actually listening to us from. We do have the one and only Frank Karuri. He is also replying to F Karuri. And we also do have the wonderful, Natalie in the studio with us, and we are jamming to some of the best African music. If you are looking for some music to add onto your playlist, please make sure to check out Sauti Sol, and also make sure to check out a little bit of some Burna Boy, and you can also find some F Karuri on your frequency. And like I said earlier, today we shall be discussing music, we shall be discussing arts, and we shall also be discussing about the matter of entertainment. I want to introduce my co-host. She goes by the name Natalie.
Hi. Thank you so much for tuning in. We want to welcome you to the show, Express Show.
We hope that everyone is doing fantastic, because that is what it is. We are all about the good vibes and the fresh hits right here on the Black Horse Fan Network. Mr. F Karuri, hujambo?
Si jambo ndugu, ni aje?
You know, we have been doing some Swahili classes on the Black Horse Fan Network, and people, you tell them jambo, they want to tell you jambo. It's not bad, but if you are told hujambo, you have to reply and say si jambo.
I feel the Swahili classes, right?
Yeah, I've been telling some people, hey, what's up, hujambo dada, hujambo kaka, because we have two greetings in Swahili. It's either hujambo kaka or hujambo dada. If I was saying hello to the wonderful sister here, I would actually say hujambo dada. I would say hujambo dada Natalie. Or I would say hujambo kaka Frank. And then you will say hujambo
kaka.
No. What? Shikamoo is for Shikamoo. You say marahaba.
Hey, bro, skiza, you're making me sweat.
Going wrong somewhere.
You're making me sweat.
But for the family that has joined us on the classes over the weekend, we do have every other Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We do conduct the Swahili classes over the weekend. I'm trying to challenge my brother here. You're telling them hujambo. I want you to get the correct response. And if I said habari yako Frank, how would you respond?
Njema sana.
Njema, all nzuri sana, all salama sana, all. And there's also another one which is very, very popular, which is not an official greeting, but we do say mambo.
Poa.
Mambo poa. At least that one you have it. You have
Sasa.
Yeah, or for Sasa, I don't know how you respond. If I say Sasa to you, how would you respond?
Poa.
That is how you do say it. But Sasa and Mambo, these are not really official greetings, but we do still use them right here on the Black Hot Fire Network. And today being on a wonderful Wednesday, we are glad that you are with us. And I see Keith, thank you so much for giving us this platform. We appreciate the work that you are doing, and we do hope that eventually we shall be able to getting to reach more people, whether be it in Uganda, Kampala, whether be it in Harare, Zimbabwe, or whether be it even in Ghana. We do hope that everything will be going on fantastic. Big Cheese has been said that we do not have wonderful sisters from Africa, but Big Cheese, we do have the likes of the wonderful sister here. She goes by the name Natalie. Big Cheese.
I'm so honored to be hosted on this show today. Thank you, Spikes.
We are glad that you came through. And Big Cheese, as you say, I do not know whether you have wonderful East African women, but we do have the wonderful Natalie right here with us in studio. And we also do have the wonderful producer. He's a producer and he's also an artist. He goes by the name Frank, or you can also call him Frank Sucre. I happen to realize that sucre has to do something with sugar. I don't know if you had the same idea, but nonetheless, we shall be discussing about more music right here on the Black Hot Fan Network. For now, we have to go back to West Africa and play you a little bit of what is jamming in West Africa, and this happens to also be Sauti Sol and the one and only Tiwa Savage. The name of the song is Girl Next Door, really, right here on the Black Hot Fan Network. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you. That's the one and only Tiwa Savage, and she goes on and on and on singing about the boy next door. I don't know how many of us are actually infatuated with the fact of getting to know what the boy next door is all about. But nonetheless, maybe you shall know about that from the one of the guests in studio with us, and that happens to be Natalie in studio with us. And like I was saying earlier, today we are all about the fresh hits and the fresh vibes. Big Cheese, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Chicago, and it's actually a delight to have you, joining us on the show. We have been having some challenges when it comes to, trying to expect or trying to figure out when the curfew will be removed, or when we shall have the restrictions are actually lifted. But I wanted to ask our guests in the studio for today, how has it been for them actually dealing with the curfew and also actually dealing with the COVID restrictions? Have you been finding it easy? Or maybe you think maybe it's okay? Or what are your opinions about the COVID restrictions that you do have right here in Kenya? We heard that about a story where we were told that maybe they will be removed on the 10th of March, which is today. But we are not hearing about the story of them being removed. For Frank, how do you feel about the restrictions and the whole COVID situation?
Well, for one, the nightlife in Nairobi is almost dead.
Almost dead?
Yes,
Yeah.
almost dead.
Yeah.
And that's the problem actually. You can't do anything at night. If you're an artist, you can have events.
Yeah.
You have to have events during the day, during the day people are at work.
Yeah.
It's a whole mess, it's not the same.
And for Natalie, what do you think about the whole situation?
It's really been tough. It's affected us business-wisely, money-wisely, that's financially. So I really think the president of Kenya should really do something. He had said they'll give out the information today, he's going to remove the curfew, but we've not yet had anything. So we're still waiting and hoping things are going to go back to normal. But again, yesterday I heard in the news that the coronavirus numbers is really rising up. I don't know if you've had the information yet, Spikes?
I've not heard, but I do believe sometimes it's really not to be trusted. Because when you hear about the situation with the COVID-19, the numbers you hear about the WHO, they have reported we do have these numbers of the COVID-19, but when you go on the ground and ask yourself, these are numbers being reported, you do realize that there's a big discrepancy. And I do not trust the government. I do not trust any international media reporting on the COVID-19 because I do believe they are biased. Big T's, you said I like it a lot. Great vocals and music. Big T's, you haven't even gotten to hear, the music from Sucre or F. Karuri. You have not also heard the beautiful voice of the wonderful Natalie Joby. We are just here trying to get you some of that good vibes. And I would like also to ask us about something else that is very, very much important because we do understand that every other year we do celebrate the International Women's Day. But this year there have been so many things happening. I don't know if you are Natalie for yourself. Do you really highlight this particular day? And what is the meaning of this International Women's Day to you?
It's celebrating women.
Yeah.
Women, we're really strong. Do you know that?
I do. I have no doubt about women being strong. Like, walai.
We're really strong, but being honest, this Women's Day caught me off guard. Like, literally.
Uliambiwa na marafiki?
Nilijua the next day.
Huko umenunua soda na keki kwa nyumba.
I barely knew anything.
Yeah.
But Women's Day is just based on celebrating women.
Yeah.
I believe women will go through a lot.
And also, let me interject you. If you to name 3 women that you celebrate, please do name them. I would like to celebrate these women. Even if the International Women's Day is done, I still would like to celebrate these women. Who are some of these women?
My mother.
These are not really many. Your mom and
Yeah,
your grandma, presume, but before them.
Myself, I believe I'm strong enough to
Hey,
get
you're listing my job, Basi. Your mom, your grandma, and yourself.
Yeah. And of course we have other women in politics and other women who are doing their thing, musicians, artists, we're doing a lot out here to make an income or
to keep it moving, to keep it moving, which is very, very important because I understand that regardless of how much, regardless of how people want to get by, there is still the particular notion of the contribution of women in our society. For Frank, manze, kuna maua ulituma ama ilikuwa tu Women's Day ya kawaida, mambo ikaenda, how was your International Women's Day?
Nilipiga simu.
Yo.
Salimia mom. And that is as far as I go.
Yeah.
I celebrated my mother.
Yeah, that's wonderful because I was telling Frank to name 3 women she celebrated on her.
Spikes do name yours. You want
For me, I do believe that my mom was there.
Yeah.
Na kuna marafiki wengine niliwaambia mnajaribu sana. Maisha ni ngumu but you guys are trying. It's understood. Maisha in Nairobi ni ngumu but you guys are trying.
That's it. Hawakusomea mtu poem.
I have poetry. If someone wants to get my poetry, I have made hundreds of poems. If you go to Poem Hunter, look for Spikes, you'll find me there with about 105 poems, and you can get to check them out. Kindly go to Poem Hunter, search for Monyezi Spikes, and you will find it there. And it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe.
You didn't tell a certain lady, special
Yo,
lady.
maisha ni kukazana. I did very well. I was real, maisha ni kukazana. But anyhow, family, we appreciate you for joining us on the show. Big T's, how are things going on in Chicago? Did you celebrate the International Women's Day, or was it another day for you? And also, kid, we just like know whether it was another international day or maybe it was a local event, and that is how things went by in your neighborhood. But for us today, we are talking about entertainment. We do have a wonderful guest in studio with us. He goes by the name Frank F. Karuri, and we shall be discussing also about the matter of lifestyle and changes. There have been changing roles. Women have changed their roles, men have changed their roles in relationships, and now there have been these interchanging roles. Let me ask you something now. Let me start with Frank, yeah? Right now, as it is, there's some woman who do say, I cannot stay in the house and just wait for the man to come bring the bread. I have to go get it out. And the roles have been changing. There's some people, there's some men who say, me, I can't stay in the house, I have to go get it. And right now, as we understand, the roles have changed. The males, the roles of the men and the women have changed.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, how have you noticed the change, and what is the impact of this particular kind of a change? Because we are career women, right now we'll be working, we'll be doing the most, you can also go take care of the kids. But have you noticed the impact of the changing roles, of the changing gender roles in relationships, and what has been the impact for you that you have perhaps might have noted?
Well, I believe in Africa,
Yeah.
the only reason that roles never changed from the get-go was because of the lack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I think. That's the only reason. But now, when you start talking about whatever roles changing, right now there has been a lot of change because women now have the opportunity to build themselves up and do things for themselves.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, that goes against the traditional African way of where the man is the provider.
Yeah.
So because of that, it gets confusing sometimes. You grew up with your mother staying in the house, taking care of the kids.
Yeah, doing some other stuff in the house,
Yeah, your mother was always available.
Yeah.
Then you marry a woman, then she's not around, and you get confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Natalie, what do you think about the changing roles of a gender in a relationship?
I'm just gonna add to the point of Frank.
Yeah.
Actually, me too, growing up, I knew it's a man's role taking good care of a family.
Protection, provision, and also progressing.
Everything, literally everything. But when you look today, generation has really changed.
Yeah.
I even tweeted the other day on my Twitter. If you go on my handle at Natalie Joby, I tweeted. Sorry. I tweeted that most of us, when you look at most of our generation, either ladies or men, most of us are single. Why?
Simba, Sioni, go on.
Most of us are single.
Yeah.
Why? It's because the generation has really changed.
Yeah.
Like everything has really changed. Women are now independent. The relationships are now equal. In a relationship, both of us are equal.
What you're trying to say, I think, what you're trying to say is that women have options.
No. That's another topic now.
Yeah.
That's another topic.
No.
I believe so long as you're working.
Okay. That whole thing about being equal, why would it affect the balance?
So long as you're working, you're a man,
Yeah.
I'm a woman, yes?
Yeah.
You're working, I'm working. I believe if you're paying the rent, I should also on the other side, according to me, I should buy food and the little stuff that I should. I shouldn't leave all the
That's a good thing.
No. She was saying that there are too many single people, and that is what you are supposed to be explaining. Why there are too many single people?
Because the generation has changed. That is based
And
on the
then
social media.
you said the reason that a lot of people are single.
But
is
when you
because
look at the
people are
roles,
equal.
let's say in a marriage, these things are really equal right now.
Yeah.
Me growing up, as I said, I knew it's a man's role taking good care of a family. But right now, we women going out and finding work to do, getting our money, we can come back home at least, hey babe, what did you do today? I have this and this and this. Can you split a half? Yes or no? You know?
It probably might be for the good. It probably might also not be for the good. I don't know what the family does understand about that particular one, but nonetheless, this is the expression right here on the Black Horse Fire Network, and I see down spikes. There's 2 months and days or something. What's up, kid? Peace to you, brother. Okay, sounds better. I like it a lot. And Big T says, Spikes, I only celebrate International Pancake Day. I don't know where that is. Big T, please do let us know. Are there, what happens on that particular day? And you're saying, what the hell is that? Big T's. That's a real day kid. It was about a month ago. Spikes, move the camera on the woman when she's talking down. Yeah, let me try and move it on her when she's talking. She's telling us that, these days people can split the budget by half. She will come home and ask you, how has the day been, how things going right, and we need to split this bill. I wouldn't mind.
I want to know
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I'm not saying I'm weak.
Okay,
where are you getting these women?
I'm also wondering.
You're wondering, right?
I'm also wondering, where are you getting these women?
Where?
Do you believe that you men have a lot of burdens when it comes to
Yeah,
raising a
I
family?
do, 100%.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
You have to pay the rents, you have to pay the
100%.
bills, all of the bills.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
take the kids to the school.
Yes.
You have the woman to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have your business to run. Let's say you're self-employed, right?
Yes.
That's all catered on you. What about the woman?
Well, see, give her money.
Money. That is if you're well enough. But what if
Yeah.
she's capable of working?
Then she can get it. Okay,
Yeah,
she
she
can
will.
go. Get
Don't you
over it.
believe you two should share the bills?
Do I believe that? Yes, I believe that.
It doesn't
But
happen.
the whole issue is
That means
it's
the
not
rules
about
have changed.
nah. The thing is, we are not in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an
The
ideal
issue
one.
is, the issue is, like you said, you're a woman. You expect the man to provide. You grew up like that.
Yeah.
Your whole life you grew up
Yeah.
knowing.
But
A man
again,
is supposed to bring
at
peace.
some point,
Then it comes to a point where that man, you are also providing. You are also the man at that point. You also have the role that you gave to a man.
but again, at some point,
You're
me
playing
looking
that
at
role.
my dad
Uh-huh.
taking good care of us. We are 8 of us. Let me tell you the truth.
Oh my God!
That's a good one.
Hey!
That's
I'm
a
the
good one.
firstborn. Okay, we're 8 of us. I'm the firstborn.
Yo!
I won't say much about my family. That's
That's impressive.
Unscripted.
Like,
It's impressive.
but
Call him today.
You think you're
tell
watching
him-
my dad
tell
raising
him,
all
hey.
of us by himself, it was really tough for him.
Yeah.
Because him paying the bills, paying the school fees, you've been chased out of school because the fee is not paid. He has not paid the rent. He has to pay the stall for his work.
His
maybe
work, yeah.
that's a lot of pressure on him. And
Yeah.
the wife is seated at home.
Yeah.
I won't say the wife because that was my
Yeah.
stepmom.
Yeah.
But I believe if my mom was around, she would because she was a
Okay.
hard-working woman.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm against my stepmom or anything,
Yeah.
but I believe she would have worked hard enough to help my dad out. You believe?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me watching my dad doing all this, at some point I sat down and I was like, men really go through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, men really go through a lot. And if, as a woman, if I get the chance, or if my husband decides to open up a business for me, I believe it's my role. He has done his part, and I believe it's my role for me to work extra hard.
Okay, good, right?
Yeah?
Go on.
To work extra hard for us to help each other,
Yeah.
grow these kids, help our future to get to a better place.
Yeah.
That's how
That I agree.
the role has really changed.
Before we continue, this is the best way to get cut a break. But I do see a kid. You're saying that's a real day's kid. It was about a month ago. Spikes moved the camera on the woman when she's talking, and I was saying February 16th. And a kid says, Spikes, turn the camera on her when she's talking. Yes, I did. I did move the camera to her when she was talking. And I was saying, Spikes, tell the sister that feminism is no good for people. I understand. What I think she's trying to say is really that it's also important for women to also chip in and find their way in trying to bring something to the table. But feminism, from the perspective of feminism, I also do not agree. I do believe that women and men cannot be equal. It's not even for them to be equal. For one, you cannot have like a positive and a negative being equal. You cannot have a positive being a positive, being a negative, and then a negative being a positive. It doesn't make any sense. If you're not, because we do have the feminine energy and the masculine energy, which are two different things. They complement each other.
Have you read this book, The Way of the Superior Man?
The Way of the Superior Man. I have not read the book.
Oh.
Yeah, what is it about?
Nah, it talks about that energy, and it talks
The energy, the negative energy, and the positive. The
Yes,
feminine
it
energy.
says, men and women
Men and
are
women.
different,
Yeah.
and we should accept we are different.
Yeah, you should not say, oh, we want to be equal, we want to be
Yeah.
both positives, we
Yeah.
want to be
No,
both
they're
negative. I think the
different.
feminine energy is
Yes.
negative. I think the
But-
feminine energy is negative.
Yeah,
I think,
yes,
yeah, that's
no,
negative. I think the masculineness is positive.
But the thing is, you see how she's saying that a woman is supposed to provide. You should be able to provide and do all those things, but you should never be the leader in the relationship.
Not even the leader.
I didn't say a woman should be a leader. Yes,
no,
the man
I'm
is
saying,
always
like,
going to be the man of the house.
yes,
but
that's
you
what
have
I'm
your
saying.
woman as your helper. Even God, when He created this woman, she's your helper. Not only to give you kids or to take care of you. There are other roles that are being played inside this relationship.
Yes, I agree. By the way, we are arguing on the same thing.
Let's not argue on the same thing. Let's take a break.
We are agreeing.
Let's disagree. Let's take a break. Let's get some music, and then we shall get back right into the conversation regarding what is happening with the matter of equality. We cannot be equal, but it's good we can be complementary, because that is what I do agree on right here on the Black Hot Financial. We shall take some music. This is the one on Chronic. The name of the song is
I see you come my way. I would like to be on say.